evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now. It's Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. Yeah, the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
First carry for James Conner. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
At the 47-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check your backer, check your backer. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
Go on.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Plant.
Mark 27. Check.
They'll set up to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 2nd and 3. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That's complete, right around the 8. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Exit.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Defense.
They'll look to throw here. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And all the way up to the 46. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Kill.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. T.J. Watt. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Haywood.
55. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
I got you. 47, Mike, 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Get that quarterback, D-Lo. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check my 47. I got you, pop.
Yep.
Ringo. 47's the Mike, boy, 47. Check.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the draw, Connor. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Slam.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
You got it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
47. Watch the pass. Here we go. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Carlos.
Hey, wahoo.
Check, Mike, 47.
Go.
Now back to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Let's go.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop.
47 to Mike. 47 to Mike.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. 47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one goes for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now, throwing again. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd down, it's Connor. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Snap.
They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 Fs for a rookie quarterback.
After the interception, here's Jackson looking downfield for Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rashard Robinson with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Come on. You better bring it.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Set, 8-3.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run on first down. Connor. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, zoom.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Move. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Big grip. Big grip.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Back to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's go. It's time to practice. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Looking to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They go play action here on first down. Complete to Washington. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
5 down. Stand up in.
2nd and 6. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. He'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
23 yards, the final tally. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson now. And now here is another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Jackson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
60 Pittsburgh. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
47's a mark, boy. 47.
Ready?
2nd and 10.
Push it back. Push it back.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, high 7.
47's the Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what...
And my goodness, another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw here. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Hey, orbit. Hey, lock it. We got to talk. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jackson to throw again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. This complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. To throw is Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Set the tone, defense.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. Open man is Gordon, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Steelers, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?